In this video, I'm gonna refresh the interior on this 70 Datsun 240Z that I'm trying to bring back to life. I've got most of the mechanical issues resolved. It's got brakes, clutch, engine runs. Everything seems to be working on it. So in the interior here, basically it's all pretty nice. It's got a really nice dash. Headliners, good shape. It's got Recaro bucket seats that are in good shape. The driver's seat shows a little wear on the outer edge where you get in and out of it. So I'm going to try and re-dye both of the seats. It's got a Momo Cobra steering wheel. It's pretty nice. But I'm not going to get too crazy in here. I'm going to shampoo the carpets real good. I've got to replace this piece of carpet that goes under the hatch back here. It was pretty well shot. It's a nice black and gray theme in here. I'll go with a black carpet back there. One thing I don't care for is this wood. It kind of dates it. So I'm gonna either wrap it with some leather or vinyl or something, or maybe spray it, with a coating, some kind of a rubberized coating. Not sure yet. Might do a little experimenting, see what works the best. Same thing for these armrests. I don't know about those pedal covers, if I'm going to keep those or not. I might pull them off and put stock rubber style covers back on there. But anyway, that's what I'll be doing for the next week or so. I went ahead and pulled all the carpets out that were on the floor. These are the ones that go under the seats. And those are the two that go in the front floorboards. And they all cleaned up pretty good, actually. But what I want to do now is something with all these wood parts. I just don't care for the wood that much. And I'm not real sure what to do with all of it. I've got some of this. It's ABS plastic sheet. Backside is smooth, 1/8 inch thick, and it's got a texture you can see on the top surface here, which kind of looks like vinyl upholstery material. So I think maybe I can just laminate a piece of this right on top of this, because this is kind of recessed into the dash 1/2 inch or so. So if I lose 1/8 because of that thickness, it won't make any difference. And then I can turn it over and drill through all these holes, this cutout, and then it should just bolt right in, just like this one came out. So I think that's what I'm going to do for that piece anyway. Okay, I hit this surface on my belt sander to kind of get any imperfections off of it, and I wiped it down with lacquer thinner. I wiped this surface down with lacquer thinner. So now I'm going to put just brush a coat of this weldwood contact cements on both of them. Okay, now I'll let that set for about 15 or 20 minutes till it kind of dries. This edge here is a uncut edge, so I'm going to use that as my bottom and line this right up to it, and then I'll trim the rest of this around to get it off. So I'm going to come right. That's perfect right there. I like to use this roller for stuff like this, because all the pressure I'm putting down on it, is just right across that line. So everywhere I go with it, it kind of puts pressure down on the two pieces to bond them together. And I tried to leave a tiny bit of material hanging out from the wood, so now I can go over on the belt sander and bring it down just right. Looks pretty good. Now I can match drill these mounting holes. This hole for the fan switch, cut these slots in here. And when I reinstall this, well, of course, the screw is going to go through both pieces, so I don't have to worry about the ABS sheet ever coming loose from the wood, because it's all going to be sandwiched together and held in place. Okay, I'm going to do this right here on my milling machine. I'm very fortunate to have a milling machine. I didn't have one for most of my life, but I was able to pick this one up used a few years ago, and it sure has come in handy. What I'm doing now is I'm going to clamp this down. I've got it on a piece of wood, so when I can go through, I won't be cutting into my table or anything. And I'm going to take this parallel here and use this back as a datum point, and the bottom of this as my other reference point. And I'm going to put that right up against there. That should hold everything square and parallel. I think that's going to be all right. Looks pretty good. This is Rust-Oleum undercoating. It's rubberized, it's paintable, and I'm thinking, what if I spray this on these wood parts? It'll give them a little bit of texture and a little kind of a soft rubbery feel, and then I will coat it with a black interior paint, plastic paint, and maybe that'll look kind of good. So I'm gonna, this little piece here, I just wiped it down with lacquer thinner. It goes behind the seats on top of a little rail at the front end of the rear hatch floor area. Now I'm going to top coat it with this flexible Sim color coat. I've used this stuff before. I had real good luck with it. Well, this piece actually turned out pretty nice, so I'm going to go ahead and do this same treatment to these other wood pieces. Okay, it's been a full day since I put the undercoat on there, so now I'm going to put the color coat on it. Okay, I'm ready to start putting these pieces back in here now. And I did decide to do away with those aluminum pedal covers and just go with the stock rubber covers. I kind of don't care for all that extra bling. I'd rather keep it kind of basic and simple. And the final piece, I believe, is this rear hatch area carpet. And I think I'm all done now. I got some carpeted floor mats for it there.